We are just a few months into his presidency, and suddenly, the most popular president of all time doesn't seem so popular with the people. Cue the meltdown. Biden has done nothing but make my life worse. Why did I vote for this guy? First student loans, now this.
Can't keep blaming Trump. Biden admin owns the mounting disaster that's unfolding now. Damn, maybe I should have voted for Trump, LOL.
His own voters recognizing the disaster that is taking place right now. POTUS. Come on, man. Really? A per-mile tax for automobile owners? I thought you weren't raising taxes. What happened to no tax hikes for people under 400K? I can't believe I voted for you. You guys, again, career politicians lie. They don't really keep their promises. Come on. Of course he's going to raise taxes on everyone in some way or another. Biden promised student debt relief. Where the hell is it? Vice, a mainstream media outlet. You got blue check marks, and you have the mainstream media now questioning this guy and criticizing his horrible first few months, seemingly lying to his voters. Just got $35 into my gas tank for the first time ever. Maybe I should have voted for Trump. Yeah, the gas prices aren't looking good, and they might be going higher, unless of course there's another lockdown. Biden wants to ban menthols. Yeah, I should have voted for Trump. It's actually true, he does want to ban menthols.
I'll say it again. I should have voted for Trump.
I should have never voted for you. Trump 2024.
I should have voted for Trump. This man Biden tricked us into make him president and ain't do none sense.
Tricked is the perfect word. He lied, he tricked. But you guys, you act surprised. I've been saying this. Everyone said he's a career politician. He has lied many times. Here's an example. Here's another example. And you didn't listen. What the hell? Biden meets with Cuban Americans as U.S. imposes new Cuban sanctions. I can't believe I voted for this guy. You seem surprised. Come on, man.
Note to incrementalists. Things are falling apart right now.
You voted for Joe Biden.
Indeed, and I would again, given the alternative. I still prefer a measured decline to a straight descent.
So shut the F up then. Yeah, Marianne, he has a point. You made your bed, now lie in it.
Biden has sold us all out, including people of color and renters. I must admit, he tricked me to donating hundreds to his campaign. I'm so pissed that I trusted White, believing he would do right by us. We've been played.
Breaking. Migrant girls face attempted abduction in a Biden administration shelter. Please remind me, why did I vote for you again? Yep, remember the kids in cages? Doesn't matter anymore. It's actually, this kind of stuff is happening. Lots of reports of this stuff. It's actually gotten worse under Biden, it seems. So, but the problem is nobody cares. Biden doesn't care. Kamala doesn't care. This is what you voted for. POTUS, why are you allowing children to be raped? Where the hell are you? What are you going to do about these poor kids in the El Paso, Texas camps? Why did I vote for you? Sad, very sad. I supported Biden over Trump without reservations in 2020. He had the chance to set America back on the path of standing for good, for the values of its founding. Instead, he is charting a course for the most defeatist and defeated U.S. foreign policy in memory. And foreign policy was much different under Trump, thankfully. But yeah, this has been an absolute disaster. Absolute disaster. We can't wait to tackle the climate crisis. The signs are unmistakable. The science is undeniable. And the cost of inaction keeps mounting.
You are the President of the United States. You are the most powerful person in the world. You are the one who is not taking action.
He's taken other types of action, though, which you are actually acknowledging.
Joe Biden has bombed Somalia 3 times in the last 2 weeks.
So he hasn't been completely inactive. He's still dropping bombs over in Somalia, a place that we haven't declared war on. Why are we doing that? I don't know. But you guys thought something was going to be different. I just don't understand how you thought that he wasn't going to do stuff like this. We told you so. I literally regret voting for Biden. Gas is up, rent is up, grocery prices are up. You've done nothing but literally increase middle class's cost of living. Everything is up, and it's going to keep going up, sadly. The more we kick the can down the road with these moratoriums, with this unemployment, it's going to be a lot worse the more they kick it down the road. Biden still hasn't canceled student debt. He could. Why hasn't he? Because he lied. He tricked you guys. He tricked you into voting for him that way. He bought your vote. Literally bought your vote. Biden won't support the progressive student loan forgiveness plan. Nah, I need my vote back because what the F is this, Joe?
Biden have finally convinced me that my vote does not matter. He's a huge disappointment. Used black folks for their vote. This is horrible.
Your words, not mine. I mean, it's really sad to see a career politician manipulate people like this. It's very sad. I'm glad you're seeing it though. Nancy Pelosi says Biden cannot cancel American student loans.
Honestly, that is why I voted for him. LMAO.
And you're still gonna have your student loans, which you should. You shouldn't have been asking the government to forgive your debt. Come on. That's your responsibility, not the taxpayer. But this is how he bought your vote. Again,
I really got bullied into voting for Biden. And this blank ain't doing special or different. LMFAO.
vote for a career politician, get the same old same. New DHS planning to use expedited removal for some families who cross without authorization and are not sent back under Title 42 per source.
I thought I voted for Biden so this wouldn't happen. This is absolutely bullshit.
Look at that, he's sending people back. Expedited removal of families who cross without authorization. Trump was a Nazi for that. He was Hitler for that. And you probably were screaming at the top of your lungs, right? Biden said he was going to change it, and now he's not. I hate that I voted for Biden. He's definitely not for the black people. Never has been.
Biden, we need to go community by community, neighborhood by neighborhood, and oft times door to door. Literally knocking on doors to get people vaccinated.
Why did I vote for him? I don't know, good question.
Do you ever regret voting for Biden? Because we literally look dumb as everyone said we would at this point.
Everyone loves a good redemption story. It doesn't have to be like this forever. You can change your ways in the future and not vote for people like Joe Biden.
I stood in line for 2.5 hours to vote. This is the outcome? I can only imagine what the people that stood in line for 8+ hours are thinking. How they must feel. What a disappointment this administration is turning out to be.
And we're not even a year in. Not even a year in. Oh man, exactly. Biden and Harris said they would do the opposite of what they're doing now. And I'm pissed. On multiple issues, they are doing that. Most issues. They don't care about campaign promises. It's all political theater to try and get you to vote for them. Please, don't forget this lesson.
We marched, wrote our representatives, urged family to vote, etc. Gave Dems the White House, Senate, and House in 2020. They've done nothing. Won't do it again.
That's good news. Don't vote for him again. That's great. Just for the record, I completely regret voting Biden. I was successfully fear-baited into that decision, and now I feel like a clown. Again, you should feel a little bit of shame for doing that, but you can change your ways going forward. You don't have to vote for these idiots anymore, and please don't. March 27, 2020. In response to the economic impact of COVID-19, we need to provide immediate relief to those who are drowning in student debt. Every American should have a minimum of $10,000 of student loan debt forgiven. Hey, just circling back to this. Ran on this. He ran on student loan forgiveness and bought votes with that, and now he's not doing that. Slow clap for that one. This is what happens when you vote for career politicians. They don't deliver on their promises. They're liars. They want you to vote for them. Stop voting for these people. And one of the most frustrating parts about this, and this is a very common thing, go through any thread and find comments like these. This is how the media is covering Joe Biden.
Mr. President, what did you order?
Chocolate chip.
What flavor of ice cream are you having, Joe? That is a very common mentality in the mainstream media. Trying to prop him up and make him seem like this everyday guy. Not asking, hey, why did you lie to voters? Why did you manipulate them? That's the media. And that's how they are portraying him. It's absolutely disgusting. And they can't even prop up the polls anymore. The polls for Joe Biden are dipping as well. Biden approval drops to 50%, lowest for him to date. Biden approval ratings on COVID and economy fall in new CNBC All America survey. And when you go to places on social media, the reaction to Joe and Kamala are so bad that they have to turn the comments off on the White House YouTube channel. And the ratio is incredible. And not to mention the White House, the place that's supposed to be upholding the Constitution, the First Amendment, the right to free speech. That place is shutting down conversation, turning off the comments. That's how bad the sentiment is towards Joe and Kamala. They're trying so hard to control it and it's not working. Luckily, most people aren't as stupid as some of us might think. In a very, very divided world right now, everyone should be able to agree on one thing. We should not trust career politicians like Joe Biden. We can all agree on that. And before I go, I also want to highlight another very, very disgusting campaign lie that Joe Biden spouted last year. We're 8 months into this pandemic, And Donald Trump still doesn't have a plan to get this virus under control. I do. No, you don't. You don't have a plan. What is the plan? Why didn't you share your plan back then, before you got in office? If you really had a plan to save lives and make things better, you would have shared it then. But you don't care about that. You care about the game of power. You care about doing what you think will get the most votes. And that tweet right there perfectly exemplifies that. You don't have a plan. And sadly, this is where we are, and I'm not optimistic at all about the coming months. Let me know what you think in the comments. What do you think about all these people who are realizing they made their mistake? Is that a good thing? Can they redeem themselves? What do you think about Joe Biden and his horrendous first year? While you're down there, let me know what you think. Please like this video. Please help me get it recommended to others. That's it for today's video. Until next time, I'm Tyler Zed, and this is Zeducation.
What must be what? Idiots.